rolled off, went into this hole, and is down inside there. So now I have to go on a fishing expedition with some pliers to get it out of there. I got it out. I was able to get my hand down there, so everything's fine. Hey everyone, welcome to Hot Air. My name is Chad. This is my friend Monica.
Wife.
This is my wife Monica. And this week has been frustrating.
Ooh, we hit a wall.
We did. We hit a wall just on like, just putting up boards. You'll see all some of the board stuff that we put up. It's just like fighting with those Rivnut things, knowing where we needed to put boards, but like figuring out how to do it.
Yeah. Spent a lot of time staring.
Yeah.
And contemplating.
We spent like at least an hour, if not 2 hours a day in the evenings, like out here putting up boards and stuff. And it's just like, it's all the stuff that you have to do to be able to get to the stuff that you need to do. It's like, you know, crazy. We're super annoyed with our neighbors. God, we
don't.
Jesus loves them.
Yeah, that's been a thorn.
Yeah.
This week.
Do you feel like we're being watched?
Yeah. Just feel, yeah. So, but we've done a lot of strategery thinking.
Yeah. Strategery.
These are all words.
Yeah.
But we're, you know, not every week's going to go swimmingly.
No.
And then you'll have something that works and you're like, yes, like we got this done. And then, so we're excited about next week, but we got some furring strips up. Yeah. We think we're right on the cusp of sealing.
We got so much stuff in the mail.
Oh yeah, we did order a ton.
So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We have, no kidding, like 4 weeks before we're taking this thing on a trip.
Yes.
And so we got to get it good enough to be able to do that.
Yeah. We got to get her street ready, road ready.
Yeah, we got to get her ready for a shakedown.
Shakedown trip.
So enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe,
like the video. All of that good stuff. Enjoy this week's video, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
So this week, we're going to be put in called firring strips. So basically, it is going to be studs sort of that will attach to here, and then across the ceiling. And then you can attach your walls, you can attach your cabinets, all that stuff. So that's how we're going to do it. The way we're going to do it, there's a couple different methods that people use. You could always get self-tapping metal screws to go through this. There are these holes here. You can't necessarily get to them through here, so you can't like necessarily put a washer and a nut through there. So what we've gotten, these are called rivet nuts. And it comes with a tool. This is the tool. So here's the application of it. So this is the tool. You spread them out like this. You put your rivet nut on here. Screw it on there good. And then I'm going to put it in one of these holes up here. So you put it up inside the hole. You squeeze it down. And that gets it kind of tight. But you need to tighten it up again. Screw it down some more. And then do it again. And you can kind of feel when it's like it won't go anymore. I can try a little bit more, but yeah, that's kind of it. I think you can't over tighten, which is bad. So you want to just get it just perfect. So then this thing unscrews. And then the rivet nut's in there, and you could put a nut or a screw, bolt, in through your board and then in through here to hold it tight.
Boom. Bob's your uncle.
Boom, Bob's your uncle. So we'll just do that same process about 50 times. Okay?
Okay.
Should be some fun.
We'll do some video magic.
And basically what happens is it compresses the rivet nut. You can see the difference. So this one has these little grippy things on it. This one's been compressed, so it squeezes it to the metal so it tightens in. And then you could take a screw or a nut for the right size and just go through it. So we'll drill holes in the boards and then attach them that way. There will probably be a couple of areas where we may have to do some self-tapping or get creative, but that's the plan. So we're going to put up ceiling furring strips. We're going to put some along the walls here, and then some verticals, a thicker board here since the bed's going to be here. But then that'll allow us to attach the walls, attach the cabinet. That's the plan. This tool wasn't too bad. You get nice ones for like 90 bucks. I want to say for this kit I paid like maybe 35 bucks. But you know, it should work just fine. We'll show some examples, but that's how we're going to do it. Okay, here's what we figured out just to speed things up. We put this, there's a fly in here, it's biting me. Put this little thing on here, it fits over this, and so I could reverse it out a little bit faster using that.
Oh, a lot faster.
I like that. Okay, so here's what we did to try to line the holes up to the roof. We put this tape along the roof where those Rivnuts were, and then we marked where they were. And then we measured what was even from like here to the end of the board on both sides. We drilled holes. We're going to hold it up there and we're going to see if it looks like this is going to fit if we did this right. Hopefully this will be a good method to know where the drill holes need to be. If not, we'll figure out what's next. Excellent news. Our test case worked. We got all the screws in there. The board does bend, you know, because it's definitely not straight, but
the curve of the ceiling.
Yeah, the curve of the ceiling. So that worked. So yay. We are going to countersink these, so we're going to take it down and then drill some holes for these to. I'm holding the microphone in my other hand. Oh Lord. Hold that to my mouth. Chick. So we're going to drill holes around so that these will countersink and probably put a washer in there as well. So it'll look nice and flat so the ceiling boards can go on there right. Excellent. Yay! And here's a reason why stuff just doesn't get done, okay? So I've got this thing where we were like, oh, you know what? Let's go out for a couple hours and put some Rivnuts in and we'll get the furring strips ready. Cool. So we're using these smaller ones instead of the bigger ones, which means I have to replace the piece that's on this thing to make these threads smaller. So I took the regular one off, I put it up here, and it literally rolled off, went into this hole, and is down inside there. So now I have to go on a fishing expedition with some pliers to get it out of there. And by the time I get it out of there, I have to go. I got it out. I was able to get my hand down there, so everything's fine. Rivnuts are the worst.
Here, it's starting to come out at the top though.
Yeah. So these things, the smaller ones, don't do anything less than the quarter, because these things will not grip and then the screws won't go in them. They're the worst. So I'm wondering why I just didn't do self-tapping screws into this, because we fought every single one of these boards and Chad angry. Yeah, we're using a hammer at this point. Okay, we have all these top boards in on the roof, so we have something to attach our roof boards to. We didn't do this one because it's so close, and also this was the most frustrating thing we've done thus far. Much cussing last night because we got like nothing done. But the Rivnuts, these small ones are just awful. These big ones, they work great. And I had 4 across here or 5 across here. You only need 3. Don't over Rivnut, because these are in there. I mean, good, I could hang from this. Or my brother couldn't because he's fat, but you know. It's Saturday morning and we are moving the van over to closer to the neighbor's side. They report us to the HOA because that's what you get, you know. Also, it gives us more room on this side. and it hides anything we're doing from those a-holes. Okay, goodbye.
Part is like just getting in that middle spot.
Okay, we're getting the horizontal boards in, which is good. We've got those are the bed stands basically. And then we're gonna have cabinets on this side, so we did 2x4s. And then up here, we're doing 1x3s. We're using our standard tape method to find the holes, but we've had to get very interesting because I'm over Rivnuts. So literally, we're like putting screws in through those holes, but like you have to use this to like hold a washer or whatever. And we've gone deep into the arsenal, and we're putting some of these behind them because I had them in the garage, because we're also over going to Home Depot every 10 minutes. So we're making it work.
I know our name.
Okay, so you can see we've got all the roof furring strips up. But then we get the problem of what do we do in the very back, what do we do in the very front. So here's at least what we're gonna do in the very front is we're going in front of the liner and like to right here. And so we cut a bunch of these 2x2s that were garbage anyway. And we're putting liquid nails on them, and then we're just attaching them. And we're gonna leave them up there for 24 hours to set. And so that should at least give us a strong enough bond. I mean, it's not pulling a ton of weight, but we're just gonna do this across. And the reason we cut them in like 8-inch strips like this is because the roof curves. And so we wanna be able to like accommodate for that.
So just take the liquid nails.
Which is called butter and the biscuit.
And you're just gonna go in a zigzag pattern.
Uh-huh. Like Zorro.
Yep. Click it.
Set it, forget it. Bingo.
Bingo.
And mango. So we're putting some pocket holes in some of these boards. Pocket holes means those angled holes that you can put screws in. If we can't come from the right direction, then you have to go through here. So what we have to do that, it's called a Craig jig. And so it's basically, you know, it lets you cut an angled hole through, whoops, through the board, you know, like this. This is maybe a 3/4 inch board or whatever. So there's a couple things that you have to adjust based on the board that you're using. There's a piece around here somewhere. Here it is. This thing, you measure like the width of the board basically, and it tells you where to adjust these things based on where in the board it's gonna go through. And then it's just as simple as like putting this thing on here in the center, clamping it down. And then the other thing you have to adjust, is this plugged in?
Yes.
Is this is the drill bit that comes with, and this little collar goes up or down based on where in the hole it's gonna go. But then once you have everything in place, it's just as simple as bingo and a bango. Unclamp it and I'll show you what it looks like.
Get us a close-up.
So you can see like the holes here. So the screws would go in there. The only thing you have to be careful with, because I split one of these, is first of all, we're wood gluing this to glue for extra support. But whenever you're going in here, if you go too far, it will split this out. So you have to do it just the right amount. Or you cuss. So that's a wrap for this week. We worked a lot. It just doesn't look like we got a lot done to us, which is a little frustrating. Also, we just fought so much with like those Rivnuts and getting stuff in place and figuring out how to put stuff in place. But, you know, we're learning a lot. You know, I feel like if we did this again, we'd be much better at it, this piece of it. But, you know, it is what it is. We did get the roof rack in, so that'll go in pretty soon. Then we can start putting solar panels up, we get electrical in, and things will start moving. So we're excited about moving forward. We just got to get past this piece of it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment, tell us we're doing great. And we'll see you next time. Bye. How's my hair?
Oh, good. Very good.
Come on.
Very nice.
Oh boy, it's bad. It's a bad sitch.
Hello, friends.